In the river of Babylon. Dee dee da 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 da. Da dee da da. Very, very nice. Wait, let's just make sure that the audio.
Is exactly what is observed when you actually collected the data. This is a prediction made ahead of time, and the dark matter prediction came out smack on what you expect. Can you do this with modified gravity? Could you do this like you do the spiral galaxies? Can you explain it away? Well, there's a slightly complicated question here because what do you mean by modified gravity? How do you can actually modify?
Yeah, so I do want to continue writing the papel. It's a good papel to write, but I need to still figure out what's the thing. Oh, hello. Mm-hmm. Hello. Mm-hmm. Ti-da-da-la. Oh. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I need to close some windows. This we're done with. Can I do? Yeah. So we know the answer about. Oh, we can play this in the background.
The future of your planet is at stake. I urge that you transmit that message to the.
Yeah, the future of the planet is at stake by you. Okay, but you're not gonna say any further. Mm-hmm.
The nations of the earth.
Ends up speaking to just a bunch of scientists at the end of the movie after he dies and gets resurrected like Jesus.
To your childish jealousies and suspicions.
Childish jealousies and suspicion. Yeah. Iran, the communist Russia, Hitler, Putin. Yeah. Childish. Yeah. We are the childish ones.
Problems are very complex, Latu. You mustn't judge us.
Well, it's not complex. I mean, we are communists, so we're poor. So everybody is always trying to kill each other.
Too harshly. I can judge only by what I see. Your impatience is.
Everyone pretends to be altruistic, but really they want stuff. So they go to war to get stuff, but they pretend to not want stuff.
Quite understandable.
This contradiction will finish us.
I'm impatient with stupidity. My people have learned to live without it. I'm afraid.
Your people have learned to have gourds run the society. You can just order gourd to stay around and run society.
I'm afraid my people haven't. I am very sorry. I wish it were otherwise. Before making any decisions, I think I should get out among your people.
You mean before destroying this planet?
Become familiar with the basis for these strange, unreasonable.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Reasoning attitudes. Under the circumstances, I'm afraid that's impossible. So I must ask that you don't attempt to leave the hospital. Our military people have insisted on.
Wait, after he could have destroyed, you saw what Gort can do. There was nothing you could do against Gort. So you think you're gonna tell Klaatu what to do?
This, I'm sure you understand.
Oh my God, they're locking the door. Jesus Christ! But look at the size of his room. He's like in I don't know, 5 by 5, or maybe 7 by 7, 8 by 8. Really tiny room. So they just expect him to. His suitcase doesn't have wheels. They did not invent wheeled suitcases yet. Incredibly enough, everyone used to carry suitcases.
Advised to take ordinary precautions and to remain calm as we await.
I mean, obviously the suitcase is empty.
Officials have come to the inescapable conclusion that this ship and its occupants come from some other planet. Thus far, scientists have refused to speak on just which planet.
All right, Major Carpenter. So some people claim that the name Carpenter is because Jesus' father Joseph was a carpenter. There's like theories, movie theories, that there's allusions to him being like a Jesus type, even though I mean, I don't think, is he like a Jesus type? I don't know. Post exchange cleaners, Walter Reed General Hospital, Washington. What is it? 12 DC 7/18 1951. You see the date. So it's July 18th. So it's summer. It's like the middle of the summer. It's kind of hot. So cleaning it, cleaned and pressed. Hmm.
They've had an opportunity to study the ship. They seem to agree, however, that
Why are they showing? Why are they showing the tag?
Venus or Mars is the most likely possibility.
He's going to adopt the name Carpenter,
Not only are
I
these the
guess.
closest planets to Earth, but all research to date
So he threw it on the floor. So in the future, you throw garbage on the floor. That's good to know.
indicates that they are the only two planets capable of sustaining life as we know it.
Room and rent. This is like they used to have Airbnb without Airbnb.
However, all reputable scientists warn against jumping to hasty conclusions. Professor Habermeyer of MIT, for example,
Professor Habermeyer, we're gonna meet him later. I mean, basically everyone we've seen thus far, we're gonna meet. We're gonna meet them in person. A lot of them. This says LMC. C is Carpenter. I don't remember what is LM.
points out that it's entirely
He
possible
stole Carpenter's identity. This is identity theft. This is So whoever wrote this script is obviously a Democrat.
We're all just waiting for orders to destroy us.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Fucking finally, bro.
What's
Oh
wrong?
my god.
What's going on?
I joined like a 5 billion trillion bajillion VCs, and it's either retards or people that don't talk.
Hmm. Yeah, I know the
So
feeling. Hmm.
I'm glad that you're actually talking and you have a good microphone and you actually have an accent. So
Yeah, I actually have an accent. Yeah. Anyway.
well,
Mhm.
a good accent. I mean, like you can speak properly. How
Yeah. So what would you
you
like?
doing, man?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking.
Hmm. So do you want to talk about something? Something on your mind?
Well, I joined the server to debate theists on the existence of God since I'm an atheist, but
Mm.
I
Hmm.
I'm inclined to think you're an atheist because every time I join a VC with somebody, they're always an atheist.
Hmm.
Are you an atheist?
Yeah, I'm an atheist. Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
hmm
Oh my goodness, bro. Every time, every fucking time.
No, but I'm sure relative to me, you are a theist.
No, I'm an atheist too.
No, no, I'm saying relative to me, I would consider you a cult member.
Why?
I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know you, but if you're an average atheist, then you actually are a cult member. You belong to the cult known as atheism. I'm
Oh,
I'm assuming. I mean, I that's my assumption. That's from my experience with atheists.
no. I'll reassure you, I'm not part of a cult. I'm just an atheist. That's it.
If you okay, so let's test it. So, do you believe in quantum entanglement?
Uh, I'm not sure if that is a question you can ask me because I'm not very familiar with physics at that level.
Do you believe the universe is mechanical or not necessarily mechanical?
Define mechanical for me.
Like a bunch of billiard balls on the quantum level, is the universe at the end of the day, is it just a bunch of billiard balls interacting?
More or less.
hmm Is it
Well, not billiard balls. It's waves, quarks, and photons, electrons, uh, waves,
mhm.
not balls.
Waves in what?
Uh, well, at the quantum scale, there's no real circle. It's more of like a wave. It's more of like just really like frequencies or like waves with like different frequencies, not circles or like balls.
Waves of what? What's waving?
Energy,
I don't know what that means.
energy is the ability to do work, and work is the uh, the act of moving from one point to another.
No, but you're saying everything is a wave.
Yes,
So what is waving? Like you need like in order for there to be a wave, you need a medium in which to have a wave, right?
yeah, right. Quantum fields,
But what
space,
but what's the
quantum fields in space.
but what's the medium? What's waving?
Well, the it's waving. It's a particle with a couple properties. Very simple particle. Very basic.
Wait, you said everything is a wave.
Well, not everything is a wave. Everything is composed of waves, even mass. And mass is composed of something that supposedly has no mass, which is very weird.
Wait, you said everything is a wave. Like and the electron is a wave?
Yes,
So a wave has to wave in something. There has to be a medium by definition.
space. Space is the medium.
No, you can't have a wave in space. That doesn't make any sense. You need a medium like water or some fluid or some gas or some solid. You can't just have a wave in space. You can have particles
Yeah,
in space, but you can't
yeah,
have.
you can have yeah, you
Mhm.
can have waves in space. It's called quantum fields, and the medium in which they are propagated is space, and they are in the quantum field that allows them to be propagated. Again, I'm not fully knowledgeable about this. I haven't studied quantum mechanics to to a degree in which I can explain this in high detail. But what I will say is,
Mhm.
at the very core, it's mostly just waves which do funny shit. I can't really explain it to like a high degree on why and how.
Mhm.
That's just what I know.
Mhm. But isn't that similar to how a Christian or any other religionist would answer any question about their cult?
The thing is, I can explain how waves travel. For example, we have the sun. Now, the wave is propagated. It doesn't, you can't see it because it has nothing to bounce onto. and be absorbed by, but the light still travels through space. It's still there, you just can't see it. The light, it doesn't teleport from the sun to Earth. It takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel from the sun to Earth. It goes through space, literally.
I'm
That's one
lost.
example. Another example would be the gravitational waves. The gravitational waves, they also travel through space. They don't need a medium. The medium is space.
I don't
They
understand.
travel.
I cannot imagine. I mean, the definition of a wave is that it's like a compression, propagation, some sort of compression,
Well,
depression.
well, the thing is, right? From what I know, I'm only saying what I know. I'm not going to tell you lies because I'm not like that. But what I know is there's a lot of types of waves, and the waves at the quantum scale are not very comparable to the waves we see in space. At sometimes, see, the physics at the quantum scale is really fucking retarded. It completely fucks everything. The same way the physics in like the macro scale is so different to the quantum scale is really different to the macro scale. So the physics at the quantum scale is so hard to compare to the actual macro scale. It's kind of like comparing the sky to the ground.
But isn't that? Mm, let me ask you a question. Why do
Yes.
you say everything is a wave? Why not everything is a particle? Why do you have to say that it's a wave?
Well, the particle is a wave. That's the thing. It's a wave. It's not a. It's not like a circle. It's not like a sphere that is like you see in like in what's it called, pictures, right? You see like an atom like made of spheres and a bunch of like protons and neutrons. It's true, they are made of protons and neutrons, but they're not circular, they're not spheres. They're just a bunch of different waves that are connected via the strong nuclear forces.
Okay, now even more confused. So I asked you if, like you said,
Sorry.
hmm what?
Protons and neutrons are not waves, they're composed of waves because protons are made of quarks, and so are neutrons. So so each proton and neutron is made of three quarks. Go on.
Okay, so I asked you, um, why do you say that everything is a wave? Because I asked you, okay, if they're a wave, then what are they a wave in? What are they a wave of? What is the medium in which they are waving? And you told me something that to me made no sense, that they're waving in space. That doesn't make any sense. But then I asked you, okay, so since it doesn't make any sense to say that they are waves, so why don't you say that they are particles? And then you say they are particles. So now I'm. Mhm.
That's because of the dualism between particle and the wave. Everything is a particle and a wave at the same time.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. That further makes no sense. That even makes less sense than to tell me that there are waves in space. So I asked you, what are they? You say they're waves. In what? In space makes no sense. Then you tell, and I offer you, maybe they're particles, since you're not giving me a medium in which they're waving. So why don't you go with particles? Particles don't need a medium. Actually, particles probably I mean, usually we know that particles have a hard time in a medium. Particles prefer space.
That's
Hmm.
that's the problem. That's the problem. Quantum mechanics states photons, for like a concrete example, photons exhibit the nature of a particle and a wave. It's called particle wave dualism. It's a real thing. We can search it up. Particle wave dualism. It's basically photons are both. It sounds stupid, and people think it's stupid. Even the quantum scientists, they don't, not literally, don't think it's stupid. It's more like really fucking confusing because you can't really look at a photon and say it's a particle. You can't look at a photon and say it's a wave. It's both.
How is this different than believing in any religious mythology that also makes no sense? How is it different?
Be-
Sounds like you left.
because
Hmm.
because there is very concrete examples and very concrete experiments which prove they're a particle and a wave. Hence, why I'm assuming they believe it's a wave and a particle because the speed of light is the speed in which something that has no mass travels at. So something without mass travels at the speed of light. That's a law. There's nothing that can contradict that. If you're well, at least in the void of space, in different fields, in different atmospheres, light travels at different speeds. But in a void of space, empty space, the speed of light is constant and it doesn't change. When it goes in atmospheres, it does, whatever. Now, or any mass. Now, the reason why I think they call it a particle and a wave is because you're asking the medium in which it's propagated, and I think that's the part that it makes it a particle, but it's also a wave because it has no mass. And anything that has no mass is a wave.
Um, I'm thoroughly confused. Look, um, it sounds like you're an atheist when it comes to, I guess, a god, but but you believe in a mythology that makes no sense.
It's not a mythology, it's science. I've studied all this. I haven't studied it to the degree that makes me professional, but I've studied this. I know these things. I even looked at the science behind it. Oh, sure, I can't tell you it now because I legitimately don't remember it. I don't remember those kinds of things. I'm not that smart, but I've seen the experiments legitimately. Well, not with my eyes. People just proved it. And you're saying that I'm believing in mythology, saying that people typically define God as an omnipotent, omnipresent, whatever the fuck being. I don't think comparing me believing in science that has empirical evidence to support itself comparable to me not believing in a God that apparently is fucking everything. Well, not everything, but you get the point. Like, it's not the same. It really isn't.
I think it's I would say identical. I don't see the difference between people that believe in any religion or cult or in science, quote unquote, that makes no sense. If what you believe in makes no sense, then it makes no sense, and you believe it.
Why?
Hmm.
Why does it have to make sense? Quantum mechanics is the thing that makes the least sense. It doesn't make sense at all, yet it still exists.
That's exactly how religious and cults talk. That's exactly how they talk.
Except, except we can observe the particles. We can't observe God. Period. And I know what you're talking about. I've talked to theists a lot before. I know that they tell me that God doesn't make sense and he's beyond our comprehension and whatever. But the thing is about God, a lot of people say he's outside of our comprehension fully. Whereas quantum physics, you can learn about these things. They are observable. You can look under a microscope, you can look at a computer, and it'll tell you this particle is doing ABC. Sure, it might not make sense because we're fucking stupid and we don't know shit, but we can learn. We can learn about these things. Whereas about God, the only thing we have is a fucking book and some fake ass evidence. Whatever, like, oh, historical evidence, oh, there is a prophecy that became true, or whatever, miracle, or Jesus resurrected, or fucking Allah, or it's not the same. It really isn't.
Changing your voice when you talk about Jesus and Allah, and speaking like a scientist when you talk about quantum mechanics, that's not an argument. Either way, either a religion or a cult or quantum mechanics, they all make no sense. Believing in any one of them to me is all the same. It's still a cult, regardless of whether.
So
Mhm.
let me ask you this then. Have you studied quantum mechanics, even like the bare bones of quantum mechanics? Because you can't make the argument that because it doesn't make sense, it's a cult. You haven't even, or I'm assuming you haven't even looked at anything quantum mechanics related to even have the authority to state that it doesn't make sense and it's bullshit.
And that's exactly how cult members speak. That's an argument that I keep hearing when I talk to religionists, when I ask them questions.
And
Hmm.
and sorry for interrupting you so much, but I have a lot to say. If it's that basically it's true that even they have the authority to make that claim because you haven't studied their religion. So you can't say it's false because you haven't studied it. If you studied it and you know it's false because you know about it, now that's another question. You can't say a religion is false because you just think it's false. Same thing goes for quantum mechanics.
I'm saying that everything about cults and quantum mechanics is identical. The behavior of the cult members is identical.
No, it's not.
Well, I don't see that. I don't see the difference.
Do cult members have experiments? Do they have evidence? Do you have empirical evidence, compelling evidence? Do they have books? Do you have papers that are peer reviewed? No, they do not. They have books, they have stories, they have bullshit. Period. That's it. That's the difference. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, when I talk to them, when I talk to
Yes?
them is you have no answers. And they all tell
Because
me,
I told you,
yeah, and
I
they,
didn't study this properly.
yeah, that's what when I talk to every cult, that's what they say. When they get backed against the wall, then they tell me to go study it. They don't have answers. So I don't see the difference between quantum mechanics and other mythologies and cults.
Because I just told you. Just because you don't know anything about quantum mechanics yourself, not to be rude, but that doesn't make it false. There is information on the internet. You can look it up. You can learn. Sure, learning quantum mechanics as someone that doesn't know fuck all about physics is bullshit. You should not learn quantum mechanics before you know how the friction works, how gravity even like how gravity works based on the relativity, how the formula of Newton works, even though it's outdated, even though or how why photons are massless. Like things like this, you have to learn first, like basic physics to understand quantum mechanics. You can't learn quantum mechanics just like, oh, I want to learn quantum mechanics. Oh wait, I don't know shit about physics, so it's a cult. It's not it's not relevant. It's not rational.
Anyway, your response, again, I'm telling you, is identical to the response of every cult member that I've ever had to deal with. It,
Except they don't have evidence. I do. Or I don't, but science does.
look,
They don't have evidence that
look,
makes sense.
look,
Science does.
look. I ask you questions, you tell me you don't know, and you send me to study. This is exactly what happens in every discussion with every cult member. At the end of the
So
day, hmm
what do you want me to do? Do you want me to just lie to you about quantum mechanics? Like I'm not that kind of person.
no, I told you in the beginning, you said you're an atheist, and I told you, in my eyes, I'm going to find you guilty of being a member of a cult. And the prophecy is fulfilled. I told you this is what would happen.
Again, I'm not part of a cult because you define a cult as quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is a study. It's a science. If you don't want to accept that, that's your problem.
You're talking exactly like every cult member. That's exactly how they talk. So
Okay, so be it. I'm not a cult member.
they all say they're not cult members. Even in that respect, we're
Okay,
identical.
okay. I don't I don't see how that's relevant.
You
Calling
said,
me a cult member doesn't give calling me a cult member doesn't give you leverage. It just makes you look like an idiot. Call like not to be rude, sorry, I didn't mean that, but calling me a cult member does nothing but just call me a cult member. You're not telling me any information.
you said you're an atheist. I told you you're probably not. You're
Yes, I
not.
am.
No, you're not. You're a cult member, and you're admitting you're a cult member. You're claiming there's no contradiction now between being a cult member and being an atheist. You said you're an atheist. I told you you're not. You're a cult member. Now you're admitting that you're a cult member, and you're claiming that you're also an atheist, and you're claiming there's no contradiction. So you don't even believe in logic.
Again,
Hmm.
I did not say I'm a cult member. I said it doesn't matter if I'm a cult member or not. Because, and I said it doesn't matter because what I'm saying is provable by quantum mechanics. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a scientific fucking professor here with 30 years of experience to tell you all of fucking science. I'm not here to teach you. I'm here to tell you that there is concrete proof that I've seen myself. And it's not fucking stories in a book that's, oh, Jesus resurrected. And that's all I have to say. If you don't accept that, I'm just going to leave the call because I don't see a point of you calling me a cult member when even if I am, you're not making any points.
Wait. In the beginning, you said you're an atheist. I told you you're not. You're probably a cult member. And you said, no, I'm an atheist. Now you're saying there's no contradiction between being a cult member and atheist. So,
I didn't say there's no contradiction. Don't put words in my mouth. I said it doesn't matter.
so you can be, according to you, you can be an atheist and a cult member?
A cult member, bro, atheism means don't not believing in God. Cult is being part of a social gathering that believes A, B, and C. The cult can believe that there's no God or not believe in God. What are you talking about?
So you believe, so you're a member of a cult of atheists, which is also what I said in the beginning. But you're
No, I am not.
you're not a member of a cult?
No, but that's irrelevant.
Okay. I'm I'm thoroughly confused by everything you've said. I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's totally fine. I'm not gonna convince you or anything. I'm just here to talk. But it seems you're just all you're doing is calling me a fucking cult member, and that's irrelevant. We're not talking about me being a cult member or not. We're talking about science. We're talking about quantum mechanics. I have some understanding of quantum mechanics because, again, to learn quantum mechanics, you got to know the basics. I know the basics. I don't know the fucking not basics. I don't know the advanced shit.
Is
I
it
know the basics of how quantum mechanics works.
is it possible that
Hmm?
quantum entanglement is a cult?
It's quantum entanglement is when you state that a particle is up when the other particle is down and they're entangled. Or, in other words, that's an example. Quantum entanglement is when you assume something about a particle when the other particle is doing A, B, and C. So no, it's not a cult. It's science.
Can you
Sounds
explain?
kind of gay. It sounds kind of gay to me.
Can you explain quantum entanglement?
I just
Well,
did. That's all I know about
that
it.
kind of gay?
Wait, what's the mechanism by which, right, quantum entanglement says if you measure entangled particle A, then you are determining the measurement of the other entangled particle B, right? Even if they
Sure.
are, if even if they are far apart and the measurement is done simultaneously, meaning there's not enough time for information to travel at light speed because the measurement is done simultaneously. Yet the measurement, they affect each other somehow beyond the speed of light, which is a violation of one of the laws of nature, that the speed of light cannot be violated. So it's a violation of the laws of nature as we know it.
I can't answer that question. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not. I just told you I'm not a professor. I don't know fucking shit about quantum mechanics. I only know the basics.
So is it possible that there is information traveling faster than light between the entangled particles?
Uh, can you repeat that?
Is it possible that information is traveling faster than light between the entangled particles?
No. Period.
Then how does measuring particle A determine the outcome of the measurement of particle B?
Because they don't. Are you assuming that they change? Are you assuming that particle A and B, by the time you measure particle A, because it can't reach the information to the speed of light at B, that B would already have changed?
You measure them simultaneously, and
Okay.
they're very distant. They're far apart, and you measure them
You don't
simultaneously.
you don't measure. That's not how quantum entanglement works. At least not as far as I know. Quantum entanglement works that you measure one particle and you tell about the other particle. You don't measure them both.
You measure one, and the outcome of the other is determined. How is
That's
that?
different.
Mhm.
It's not the same as measuring both. You're measuring only one, and you're assuming something about the other.
If you measure the other slower than it would take light to reach the other, then you could explain that information is shared below light speed, which is there's no issue with that. But if you do the other one, if you measure the other one faster than it, if light would have reached it, then that's a violation of the cosmic speed limit, which is like a
Well,
Mhm.
you literally can't measure it faster than light. We can't do that.
Wait, you cannot measure both particles simultaneously?
Hold on. Are you saying that if you measured it faster than light reached it, then light is faster, or that it travels faster than light? But we can't measure it faster than light.
You have two entangled particles. You send them each to his merry way to opposite directions at the speed of light to different parts of the room. And then you measure them simultaneously in such a way that there's no there's no way for information to go from particle 1 to particle 2 before you measure particle 2. You just measure them
That's not how.
simultaneously.
That isn't how quantum entanglement works. The quantum entangled particles have been entangled. That's the word. They're next to each other. You can't just you can't assume a you can't assume something about a particle in point A at my laptop or my computer, and then assume something about a particle at fucking France because my particle changed. It has to be next to each other, literally next to each other, touching. There is no space between them, or at least if there is, it's very negligible. Let me actually fact check that one sec.
Mhm.
So, quantum entanglement, math strategy, is when you assume properties about one particle next to the other one, right? Not exactly. Quantum entanglement is a specific quantum phenomenon where two or more particles become interconnected in such a way that the state of one particle directly influences the state of another, no matter how far apart they are. Oh, okay. I did not know that. My bad. This isn't about assuming properties of one particle based on the other, it's about rather their properties being fundamentally linked, even across vast distances. Let me break it down a bit. Okay. Sure, I didn't know that. I thought entangled mean literally next to each other. I didn't think that it would mean that they can be far apart. Hmm.
Mhm. What do you think now? You still think it's like it's not a cult?
I don't know what to tell you. I haven't studied it in I only know the definition.
Could it
I don't know
be
the science behind it.
could it be that quantum entanglement is just a cult?
I highly doubt it.
But you agree that there is a possibility.
Oh, you're streaming. That's cool.
Mhm.
What?
You're streaming.
Wait, you're streaming, Mr. Slave?
Yeah.
You
Oh
streaming?
shit! Wait,
Awesome.
am I being recorded?
Yeah, we're live on
It's being
YouTube.
recorded. That's awesome.
Give me that body.
Damn. Let me see the comments. Are there any comments?
Give me that
No,
body.
there's usually no one watching.
Oh,
It's just recorded.
the king of the big boys. Yes, king. I fuck the big boys good. Yes, king. Huh? Yes, king. Is that dick
Can you
good?
mute him, please?
Yes, king. How good is that dick? Oh,
1 second.
how good is that dick, bitch? Amazing. Amazing. Oh.
Mm-hmm. So, could it be that quantum entanglement is just a cult?
I don't know.
No, could it be? I'm not saying it is, but could it be?
According to me, yes.
Wait, could it be that quantum entanglement is just a cult?
Yes, it could be, but again, I'm saying it is.
You're saying it is?
I'm not saying it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But how would you know that something is a cult? What's the definition of a cult?
You're the one spewing out the word cult 5,000 times. I don't know.
I mean, you said you're having a hard time finding theists. I'm saying I'm having a hard time finding atheists.
An atheist, someone that doesn't believe in God. I don't believe in God. I'm an atheist. Period.
Yeah, but if you believe in some cultish thing that doesn't make any sense, that's just as bad to me. I don't see that. Oh, he's gone. Well, okay. Interesting. Mhm. 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 How? You came in last night. That means we missed a whole day. So you landed maybe Friday and this is Sunday? I didn't look at the paper what day it was. We can look at the date. It was 7/18/1951. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT or whatever. What day was 7/18/1951? Um, Based on that, we can determine the day according to what day. Okay, was a Saturday. So okay, so Saturday. Wait, that's the day. Wait, April? No, May? No. July 18th. What's going on? Friday. Oh, that makes sense. But that's the day. No, we don't know. We don't know the date. Anyway, Friday, May 18th. We don't know. May? No, no. It doesn't matter. We wouldn't know because that's the day. That's the tag. That's when the clothes were submitted.
Well, suppose I ask Bobby how he feels about it.
She didn't have a line to answer. She was like, huh, huh. It's like Japanese movie.
You think it's all right?
They don't have lines. They're supposed to make up the lines. Carpenter is one of the only ones without a hat. Really weird.
That's my father. He was killed at Anzio.
In Anzia? Even the kid has a tie. Everyone's wearing a suit. Unbelievable. And a hat. This is one of the reasons I like this movie. It gives you a glimpse into 1951. Not that anyone intended this to be a glimpse, I guess, but in a way. So maybe he was born on Earth and he was abducted by the aliens, brought up in in their planet, and that's why he looks so similar to Earthlings. So he's supposed to be, he said he's 75 or something, and this is 1951. So he was born basically 18 something. 1950 and 70, that's about 1780. So he was born around 1776. Am I missing something? No. 18. No. So he was born around the time that the Michelson and Morley experiment took place, around 1870. Hmm.
But not like this one. You see, they don't have any wars.
Around the time after the Civil War. That's when he was born. Oh, so where he was born, there's no wars, or where he comes from, there's no wars. Okay.
Shit, that's a good idea.
What would you like to do this afternoon?
The communist says that's a good idea. Yes, it's a good idea, but unfortunately, we have the Putins and the Hitlers, the socialists, and the what do I call them? People, the mystics, as Yaron Brook calls them. We have to deal with the mystics.
Go to the movies.
All right.
No fooling, will you?
No fooling.
No fooling.
Bobby, tell me, you have to have money to go there?
No, you don't have to have money. We're all communists now.
I've got $2. Mom gave it to me.
No, I want to take you to the movie.
Wow.
Do you think they'd accept these?
Gee, they look like diamonds.
Well, in some places, those are what people use for money. They're easier to carry and they don't wear out.
Yeah, but there's many disadvantages to using diamonds. Plus the fact that in the future, diamonds are worthless.
I bet the wolf and
Even today, diamonds are becoming worthless. We can produce them, we can mass produce them at higher quality than natural diamonds.
$1,000,000.
Would you give me your $2 for two of these?
Let's not say anything to Mom about this, though, huh?
Why not, Bobby?
Well, she doesn't like me to steal from people.
Hmm. All right, that's good. How is this stealing? Abe Lincoln. Hmm. Hmm. What does it say there?
Those are great words. You must have been a great man.
Why would you say he's a great? Oh, because they're liberals. So whoever wrote the script is a liberal. Because right wingers don't like Abe Lincoln. We could have gotten rid of slavery without a civil war, but Abe Lincoln wanted. I don't know. I mean, that's the way I see it. We could have ended slavery like everybody else without a civil war, but Abe Lincoln didn't want to de-escalate. He could have de-escalated if he wanted to, I think.
Oh, sure.
Wait, what did they say? What sure?
That's the kind of man I'd like to talk to.
What? He's just the president. You can speak to the president. But you don't want to speak to the president. You were offered multiple times to speak to the president. You call the president a personal phone call. So Abe Lincoln is not a personal phone call?
Bobby, who's the greatest man in America?
So this is d to x dt. It looks like d tau squared is equal to x double dot is equal to negative x over r cubed plus m something. I don't know. Y double dot is equal to negative y over something m something. Z double dot. Wait a minute. This is interesting. Okay, do not erase. Uh, mm, interesting. Okay. hmm There's an integral. hmm There's a arc cosine over there. Cosh f minus 1 sine h f df. I don't know. Interesting. Y double dot is equal to R double dot. hmm Fascinating. hmm hmm No,
What's that stuff on the blackboard, man?
It's a problem in celestial mechanics.
it is in celestial mechanics. Interesting. Could it be the Mercury's precession? I don't know.
But he's the only one in the world that knows the answer.
He doesn't know the answer.
Could it be GR? He doesn't know the answer, so he doesn't know GR. I mean, celestial mechanics can't be that difficult. By 1951, it was always. Why is the kid behaving this way? So, how did he open the door?
Hey, where you going?
If he's that difficult to see, perhaps we ought to leave a calling card.
Calling card.
Did you do it wrong?
He just needs a little help.
hmm F minus F is equal. Why would you have F minus F? M minus 3 over something, negative a to the cube. What is that?
What are you doing in here? How dare you write on that blackboard?
This is trespassing. She should call the police. She can shoot them and kill them. Hello.
Hello?
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? Who are you?
I'm doing good, man.
No, I said, who are you? Do I know you?
Uh, Probably not. No.
I'm reading. I'm
Uh,
reading your bio. I'm an easy target because of my voice and power I hold behind it.
Facts.
Luke,
Just absolute facts. God,
wait, what?
I'm just saying facts to what you're saying, dude. It's like I
Oh,
couldn't agree more.
you're a Satanist, a liberal, an ex-Protestant. Fascinating. Fascinating. Anyway, um, what do you want to talk about? You're an ex-Protestant, all right. So,
Yeah.
what's your favorite topic of discussion? hmm
Probably politics.
Okay, so you're anti-Trump.
Yeah.
hmm Okay.
That's pretty much about it.
Okay. So why are you anti-Trump?
I don't like his policies or what he stands for.
Okay. Give me an example. What's his worst policy?
Probably his take on immigration, to be honest.
hmm Okay. Why? Okay. So you're pro-immigration or pro-open borders?
Yeah.
You're
Not like
pro-open.
fully open borders, but like
hmm
not like I'd say
hmm
probably open borders between America and America and Mexico. That's probably the only place where I'm pro open borders.
Well, we either have borders with Canada or with Mexico. So you're against open borders with Canada?
Yeah, I don't know Canada like that.
What do you mean you don't know
I only
Canada?
know Mexico.
So you're pro open borders with Mexico, but you're anti open borders with Canada?
Yeah,
Well, that's bizarre, but fine. Okay, so that's his worst take? That's according to you the worst?
yeah, like the fact that he's gonna like deport families and stuff. Like I think that's immoral in so many ways.
You think he's going to deport entire families?
Well, I know he. I don't think I know he is. That's what he says.
He said he's going to deport entire families?
Yeah, if they're immigrants, bro. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what he's gonna do, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's the worst thing that he can do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's the worst thing
Why is that so bad?
because that's you're kicking out immigrants out of your country, and you're like separating them like families, and then sending them like shipping them off to a random spot in their country.
Yeah.
Do you not see the problem with that?
I mean, I eat animals. I slash their throats and I eat them. There's a problem with everything in this universe. This universe, there's a cycle of life, and so like
Yeah, but we're all human, dude.
yeah.
What like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
would you think all humans are equal, despite on what location you were born in?
No, I'm not. That got nothing to do with evil. I mean, I kill animals, sentient animals, and I eat them, and I have pleasure eating their meat. I'm not evil. If I fall into the ocean and the fish eat me, then that's not evil. That's just life. So like we don't always get what we want, as the song says. So that's the worst thing about Trump. I mean,
For me, that's one of the worst things. Yeah,
so it's one of the worst, not the worst.
yeah. Probably not. I don't know. I haven't like ranked them, but like if I could just like abortion, his stance on abortion, like how he thinks that you
Wait,
can only abort a baby if it's an incest baby or rape baby, which already like is there's a major loophole with that sentence. I mean, like that's just absolutely insane. Uh,
wait. Okay,
yeah. So
okay. So we're switching to abortion. Isn't he like pro-abortion? Isn't he pretty much pro-abortion, pro-choice?
no, he's not. He's only. That's what I just said. He's only for abortion if it's an incest baby or rape baby, which is absolutely retarded.
Yeah, but doesn't isn't he pro-state choice? He's just against like the federal government dictating to the states the law. Other than that, the states can, it's still,
Yeah, but
democracy.
it's like a bodily right. No state should have to decide for you.
I mean, it's called democracy, like
No, the state doesn't decide what gun laws they abide by. That's the federal government, and like somehow we don't leave it to state by state, but somehow the choice to abort is left by state to state.
I mean, we have a Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court decided that the states decide abortion, but not gun rights. That's the Supreme Court. That I mean,
How do you not see a problem with that?
I'm
That's
I'm, I'm
so
not
dumb.
I'm not taking a position. I'm saying we have a constitution. The constitution gave us a Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court handed us a ruling. That's it. I mean, I don't see how this even has anything to do with Trump, honestly.
Because you overturned it. He
He
was the one that wanted to have it by state by state. Yeah, he wanted it to be state by state, dude.
But it doesn't matter what he wants. He he gave us a Supreme Court as per the Constitution, and the Supreme Court handed us a ruling, and that's it. I mean, this has nothing to do with Trump now.
Who made the Supreme Court?
He did.
Who makes it?
He did.
Exactly, dude. So it's his fault. It is entirely his fault, dude. He knows what he was doing.
But the Supreme Court just gave handed it back to the states. The Supreme Court just says
Yeah,
that.
so what's stopping them? Yeah, so
Mhm.
what's stopping them from sending gay rights back to the states? They can do that now.
Yeah,
If they wanted to, they can do that.
fine.
You don't find that like absolutely disgusting? Like, oh, just make it state by state. Like, I don't at this point just make slavery state by state at this point. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? I don't see
I think
why
there's a.
not.
Isn't there like a
They might as
14th?
fucking well.
Wait, isn't there a 14th Amendment?
Yeah, I don't know what the 14th Amendment even says. Because that's the amendment that everyone kind of like
It
has a
end
different opinion on.
it ended slavery, except for if you're incarcerated, then you are a legal slave. If you're in the jail system, then they can enslave you. That's fine. And most people in the incarceration system are blacks. So blacks are still slaves. Nobody has a problem with that, apparently. Apparently, that's fine.
I don't know anything about that.
Hmm. So, like a lot of people, like a lot of leftists have such an issue with Trump, but when we actually talk, I don't really see the issue. It's like I don't have much of an issue with Biden or even Kamala. I mean, she is terrible, but it is like, but liberals react like they react in a way that is overly dramatic when it comes to Trump. I don't get it. I don't get. It's like either they're pretending to be upset or they're legit schizo. Either way, the liberals, the Democrats reacting to Trump doesn't make any sense. So that's my opinion. Hello, Muhammad Sharia and
I
Pseudo.
disagree with that. I don't like that opinion.
You don't like the opinion?
What?
Well, the opinion that liberals overreact to Trump winning? You don't think liberals are overreacting?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, what do you consider overreacting? If I told you I want to move to a different country, would you call that overreacting?
Yeah, that's an overreaction.
Yes.
That
I
doesn't
think
make
that's stupid. I think that's stupid.
okay.
Why do you want to move to another country? American is the best country the world can offer.
I
I don't
agree.
know, man.
I agree with Muhammad Sharia.
You know, I think Trump is better than Kamala, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, he's much better than Kamala. There's nothing to talk about.
Because he's more moral, right?
I don't know what that
What do you mean?
means. Yeah, I don't know
Well,
what
he's
that.
more immoral, dude.
I don't vote for a president because of that word. I don't even know what that word means. I
That's your
vote.
problem. That's your problem right there. That's the problem with most Republicans, dude, is that they don't they don't vote on morality.
Yeah, morality, all that
I can
matters.
almost guarantee what you voted on. I can almost guarantee.
Okay, go ahead.
We want president to fix our problem.
So
Yeah,
wait.
you voted for Trump.
Mm-hmm. Why did I vote for Trump? Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, to get a quick dollar, dude. That's why. You'll do anything for a dollar. You're like, oh,
Wow.
he's gonna boost the economy. You know what? I care about that.
Well, okay. I mean, that is one of the reasons I support Trump. Sure. I don't know why you call it a quick.
There's absolutely no other reason.
Okay. So that's interesting. So you don't even ask me. You're asserting that I don't have another reason. So
Yeah, because all the other opinions are just morality. Are you gonna talk to me about immigration? Okay, that's immoral. Great job. You're supporting a moral man.
I don't use that word. I usually don't reference morality because anyone can declare anything to be morality. I could say whatever I want and call that morality. So that it's a useless word. So I don't use it. So I actually like support candidates based on actual policy, and if I think that that policy represents my the way I would run the world, and I see more eye to eye with Trump than I do with Kamala. I barely.
What
Hmm.
what policy do you agree with Trump that like what policy about Trump, dude?
Basically, maybe every policy that he mentioned, I agree with it somewhat. Trump is,
Yeah, name me
more.
one policy.
I mean, um, like I don't know where to begin, but basically, look, in general, Trump is more for freedom, freedom of speech, economic freedom, against the deep state, against the regulatory state, and so on, against regulations and that stuff. So he's more pro freedom. So that's why I support Trump. Like all his policies are more directed towards more freedom. And I am a proponent of freedom. I like my freedom. I think freedom is important. To me it's important. Me being able to talk to you without fearing any retaliation from anyone listening. That's
Yeah, no one's gonna do no liberal's gonna do that to you, dude. This is a
no.
made up fear that you guys made up in your head. What are you afraid? What do you think's gonna happen to you?
Well, in my experience, where liberals are against freedom of speech and economic, like they're against all of my freedoms. So I
Are
don't
you
like.
kidding me, dude?
No, I'm not kidding. Why would I be kidding? No, I'm not kidding.
I know you did not just tell me that, dude. You
Oh,
think Republicans are the ones that are actually holding up free speech more than Democrats, dude? Give me an example. What, like on Twitter, cancel culture? You just don't like that?
yeah, I mean, sure, we can talk about that.
Well, I know you're actually for cancel culture. Everyone is for cancel culture.
I'm
You're
not.
just biased.
No,
Yeah.
I'm.
Okay. So if Hitler had a platform, you think that's okay that he has one? You think Hitler typing away about killing Jews, right? You think that'd be okay?
Yeah.
See, now all of a
Mm.
sudden the goalpost change. Really, really nice one, nice one. That's the only way you'd win. Is yeah, sure, fuck it. He's a good guy. Sure,
I'm
fuck it.
not saying.
Let
I'm
him
not
have a
saying.
platform. Let him speak his mind.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm saying let everyone speak their mind and let everyone see how much of an idiot Hitler is, so that we can mock him. I mean, let everyone mock Hitler. Unfortunately, with the liberals, they actually let the Hitlers speak, and when you try to debate a Hitler, they take you offline. They don't let you debate the Hitlers or whatever. I mean, they always interfere. They always interfere with our freedoms. So, like, if
You
if
don't
you,
think it'd be insinuating violence?
it doesn't matter. You can insinuate violence, and you can.
Oh, dude, you're insane. You're actually insane now. Now I know. Now I know you got a problem.
Hmm. That's your argument, okay? And now you're gonna run away.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's like, well, now I know you're. I could think of a handful of examples that like your analogy would just absolutely backfire,
My
just be
anal
absolutely insane.
My
Like
analogy? What do you
yeah,
mean
if a school
analogy?
shooter like posts a picture on social media saying he's going to shoot up a school, you don't think we should take that down? No, no, we shouldn't take it down. Let him speak his mind away. Okay, sure,
I didn't.
that'll work out
I
great.
didn't say
Yeah,
that.
give this guy some. Yeah, yeah. Well, why not? Well, there's nothing wrong with that, in your opinion,
What do you
because
mean?
everyone
There's
should have a voice, right?
what?
So let them go on social media
I
posting
didn't.
whatever they want.
I did
Freedom of
not.
speech, right?
I didn't
Freedom of
say.
speech, right?
I
Right?
did not say that. Did not say that.
Well, I don't know why you're backpedaling all of a sudden. I'd be like, yeah, sure, fuck it, why not?
No, no, no. I'm saying you can say you can express your opinion, however crazy it is, but as soon as you actually when you actually intend to do violence, then we need to stop you. We're not gonna be sitting ducks and let you shoot up a school. Why would we do that? That wouldn't make any sense. When you say you're gonna shoot up a school, we're gonna show up in your house and we're going to stop you. And if it takes, to eliminate you, we'll do that. Actually, I want you to tell everyone that you're going to shoot up the school so that we can stop you in time. That's actually a good thing. Why would I want to take it down? I want
How could you stop me though? It's freedom of speech.
no, no. That's not freedom of speech.
I'd be like, okay, okay. So now you're against my freedom of speech. What? I can't say that now?
What do you mean? You're going?
See, everyone's against freedom of speech at some point. You see, look at that. See, look at that. All of a sudden, I mention a school, and you're like, oh well, you know what? Oh, I'd arrest that person if he said that. That's going against freedom of speech, dude. You're now violating my right to speech. I didn't commit any action. I
Look,
just said it.
look. Freedom of
So nice one.
speech.
No, nice one.
Hold on, hold on. Look,
No,
freedom.
because now you realize how chaotic this would get.
Hold on. Let me get something out. So we have laws. Whatever the laws say, that's what we should allow. Like if the laws are that it's legal to post that you're going to shoot up a school, if that's the law, then that's the law. But still it's a private platform, so the platform decides whether you should be entitled to do to have freedom of speech on their platform and so on. But at the end of the day, we have a legal system, so I'm not the one to decide. But in general, we know that the liberals, so-called liberals, the Democrats or whatever, I mean, these are just they assumed names that are contradictory to their actual positions. They are against democracy and they're against liberal values, but let's call them, Biden, Kamala, Obama, that camp, they're against freedom relative to the Trump side of the political map. Trump is more pro free speech and freedoms. No, you don't think so? You there? Are you
Yeah, I'm
alive?
here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm here, dude. I
Yeah.
just don't know what to say.
I mean,
There's nothing I can say.
okay. All right. I mean, I said my piece and you said your piece. Okay, it's fine. I mean, I mean, the Kamala camp is very anti-Trump, and I don't understand why you're so anti-Trump. I mean, I don't understand. You're like Trump is the next, whatever. But
Yeah, hello.
hello, Mr. Fokalin, how are you?
Doing good, bro. Where you guys from?
I can barely hear you. Maybe you want to raise your mic volume or something.
Wait, can you hear me?
Barely. I can
Is it
barely hear
no?
you.
I'm gonna turn it up.
Anyway,
Is
so
it higher?
no, I cannot hear you. I don't know what's wrong with your mic. There's something wrong with your mic.
What? But hold on.
Mm-hmm. 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 Anyway, Look, the point is, you people react to Trump in a way, in an irrational way. I don't understand why you're so anti-Trump. Like, I would never
No,
say I'm. No, it's still terrible.
I
Dude,
don't
I
give a
hate
fuck.
everything about him. There's nothing to like. I mean, I don't know how it's a rational thing to say. I mean, like if you're looking for me to say, oh yeah, there are some things that he does that are okay, then sure you got me. I think yeah, there are some things that are not bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're okay,
Mm-hmm.
but then there are other things that I just like make me hate him so much. You
Why?
know,
Like
like it's not irrational.
like my side. I wouldn't even consider
Why do you hate him?
myself. No, your mic is terrible, Focalin. It's really terrible. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't want to turn it up, bro, because then other people are gonna complain, bro.
I can barely hear you. You gotta fix it. I can't hear you. You're one quarter the volume of everyone else I speak to on Discord.
Okay.
So I don't know what to tell you. Look, the point, Mr. Tommy Gum, is that like I don't even consider myself on like a pro Trumper. I'm just, I'm a Trump supporter, but I don't define myself by Trump, and I don't define myself as anti-Biden or anti-Obama or anti any. I'm me. I'm just me. When you guys, you define yourself as anti-Trump, like I don't understand why you care so much for who represents, for who, the other side. Like, why do you care so
Wait, bro,
much?
it can't be low.
Look, your mic is terrible.
It's really low.
Yeah,
Tommy gun, is my mic low?
yeah, your mic is terrible.
Tommy gun.
He can barely hear you. He probably can't hear you. He's like he's outside or something.
But no, I'm listening to it, bro. It's not,
Look, I'm okay. I don't know. Your mic is something is wrong with your mic. You gotta fix your mic.
hold on, I'm gonna ask somebody else, bro. There's just no way it's that low.
Ask him. All right. Look, Tommy Gun. The point is that you guys, like, you're always so uh anxious about Trump and about our guy, and we barely care about your guys. Like, fine. I mean, who cares? We don't really we don't really care that much who's gonna run the country. I mean, even if the country, I mean, we know that, like, when you guys are in control, you destroy the country. Uh-huh. There he goes. Anyway, let's continue watching the movie. Ugh. So I guess tomorrow's Monday.
Gee, I was hoping I could go out with Mr. Carpenter again.
Yeah, that's a terrible thing.
Oh, come in. The professor's in his study.
Study. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the
Falkland,
man you
what's
wanted
up?
to see,
What do you
Professor.
got? What do you
Other
got?
people can hear me, bro. Other people can hear me, bro.
Yeah, I can hear
Like they
you, but just barely. I'm saying relative to other people, I can barely hear you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I can't hear you. And I never said that. Obviously, I'm able to have a conversation with you. It's just a major, major hassle. Go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
nah, bro. I'm trying to start conversation, bro, and then like the mic thing, bro.
Yeah, I can barely hear you,
So,
but go ahead. What do you want to talk about? What do you got?
but like, what do you mean barely, bro? The other dude was like a little bit. He was like, I'm a little low, but he didn't say like I was like low.
All right, but what do you want to
Wait,
talk
can you
about?
turn? Can you turn me up?
I don't want to turn you up because if somebody else comes, I'll turn you up a little bit. Because if somebody else comes in, they're gonna blow up my ears. Like, you're on
How?
max. Anyway, go ahead. What
I'm
do you
on
want?
Mac.
It doesn't matter. What do you want to talk about? I raised your volume a bit.
Oh, okay. Back to what I was saying. I was saying, where are you from, bro? Like, where are you from?
New York City originally.
Oh, New York. I'm on the East Coast too. Who was that dude, bro? He was saying he hate Trump.
Some dude, some liberal, like the rest of them.
Oh.
They're all weird.
No, I think hating, bro, like somebody you don't know is crazy.
Hayden, what?
He said he hate Trump. I think hating somebody that you don't know is crazy.
But you know the liberals. You know how they are. It shouldn't be anything new to
So,
you. Like, that's how they are. What are you gonna do?
yeah.
They're brainwashed.
So
They're a
my answer.
cult.
I mean, yeah, bro. Same with like a lot of people, bro.
I asked him.
Indoctrinated.
I asked him why he hates Trump, and he says because of his immigration policy. That's why he hates Trump. And I said,
What do
"What's
he wants
wrong?"
to get rid of?
Anyway,
Like,
he didn't
oh,
make any sense. They make no sense.
oh.
What do you want to talk about?
Wait, you created this call?
What? Yeah, it's
What
my
what what
hmm?
what is this? What does it mean?
AMA.
Yeah.
Ask me anything.
Oh.
So you new on
I
the
thought this was
internet? Are you
talking like
16?
oh
What?
no 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 I don't know, bro. This is like I'm looking for Kamala supporters.
Really? Oh, to
I want
debate
to see
them?
what. No, I just want to see what their feelings are like after their leader lost.
Their leader.
I
Yeah.
want to make sure they don't do anything violent.
Well,
I just hope. I have a feeling that something's gonna be on the news and it's gonna say Kamala supporter did it.
yeah, probably. Yeah, they're gonna try and
Wait, so
murder.
you support Trump?
Yeah.
Oh, why do you support Trump?
I mean, Trump is pretty good on every policy. Like he's pro energy, pro nuclear, pro oil, anti global warming. He's pro free speech, and he wants to straighten the borders. He's pro Musk. He's pro space.
Yeah,
The list is obvious. Trump is good. Not perfect. No one is perfect,
yeah,
but
yeah.
good
He's a good
enough.
president.
And Kamala is just about as terrible as you can imagine.
Yeah, I don't know. Like she's just like appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I didn't know she exists.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Anyway,
So what time you wake up, bro?
what time do I wake up?
Yeah.
What time do I wake up? I mean, I'm traveling. I'm not in New York City right now. Uh,
Oh, what different country?
yeah.
Oh,
Listen,
what country did you visit?
I can't say
Hmm.
because I'm trying not to get doxxed.
Man, like a country isn't someone can't dox you from a country.
Someone can dox me based on any personal information that I divulge. So the way you dox
I mean,
someone,
bro,
Mhm.
they can dox you off of certain stuff, but like, bro, off of a country,
they
I don't
can
think I've seen a case of someone doxing someone off of a country.
no, the way they dox you, one of the ways they dox you is they just collect little bits of information. Okay, I
Yeah,
gotta
but
take
the
a phone
person trying to
call.
dox somebody,
I gotta take a phone call. I'll talk to you later.
all right, bro.
Uh, 1 second. Let me cut the stream.